16-year-old Charleston White took the stand and testified against his friend, Antoine Doolittle, who sat just a few feet from him and listened intently.
He pulled off the hammer back on the gun.
And then what happened?
He fired it.
Look at Charleston White's head.
Snitch ass nigga.
What's up?
Things this case has stopped me from doing, traveling all across the world, making. So I just want to get it over with, and, you know, accept my guilty plea. I'm ready to get over it.
Charleston White may have finally crossed the wrong man. Because this time, Boosie Badazz isn't chasing views, attention, or internet drama. He's talking real evidence. The kind that lives in case files, not comment sections. According to Boosie, there's alleged paperwork linking Charleston to a murder-for-hire plot all the way back in 2005. Yeah, you heard that right. If there's even a shred of truth to that claim, this situation just flipped from online comedy to a potential courtroom nightmare that could destroy a man's entire life.
Boosie going to jail! Oh, God! Oh, God!
He just pled guilty and he's facing up to 15.
God answered my prayers.
Why?
Because I prayed for him to be found guilty. Y'all don't remember? Remember I prayed?
No, I remember.
No exaggeration, this story's spiraling faster than anyone expected, and each update feels messier than the last. Let's break it down. Boosie and Charleston White have been at each other's throats for months, trading insults, dropping shots, and turning the internet into a battlefield. But lately it's shifted. Boosie's tone changed. This wasn't trolling for clicks anymore. This sounded like a man sending a real warning.
You taking the plea deal. I think he even said he hopes you die in jail and stuff like that.
Yeah, I heard.
On a recent live stream, Boosie didn't bite his tongue. He went straight for the jugular. Y'all keep playing with me. I got paperwork. I got proof. Charleston think he's spotless, but he got dirt too. Real dirt. 2005 dirt. The internet stopped cold, because when Boosie brings up 2005, everyone knows that era. His own name was tangled in high-profile murder-for-hire cases, feds circling, chaos all around. So if he's saying Charleston was part of that timeline, that's not just drama, that's dangerous.
Happened for what, nigga? When you had a 15-year-old hitman, nigga, that murdered black people. Who next, Boosie?
When Boosie says he's got old evidence tying Charleston to that era, people don't just scroll, they listen. Because Boosie knows that life firsthand. He's lived it, fought it, and survived it. So when a man who's already beaten the system looks straight at the camera and says, "I got proof on you," that's not a joke. That's a warning. But how did it even get this far? Charleston White has been poking that bear for months, building his name by calling rappers out, saying they're fake, that they glorify crime, poisoning the youth. He's gone at Boosie more than once, called him a hypocrite who preaches change but still celebrates street life. And with every jab, you could see that anger growing in Boosie's eyes. Then Charleston took it too far, mocking Boosie's prison time, saying, "Some people come out claiming they've changed, but the devil inside them never leaves." That's when something in Boosie snapped. He started talking about receipts, claimed Charleston wasn't the clean man he pretended to be, that he's got skeletons, real ones, from way back. Then came the bomb. On live, Boosie said, 2005, Baton Rouge, Fort Worth. Y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. Ask Charleston where he was when that hit went down. Ask him why that paperwork never saw daylight. He playing a role. I'ma show you the real one. The internet lost it. Comments blew up. Boosie talking about a hit? What's this evidence? Was Charleston really involved? Charleston fired back. Calm at first, laughing. Man, Boosie got nothing. If he did, I'd be locked up. But then he slipped. Whatever happened in 2005, I was a different man. I did things I ain't proud of. That one line, "I did things I ain't proud of," was gasoline on fire. Because you don't talk like that if you're innocent. Boosie caught it immediately. He posted a reaction grinning cold. See? That's how you know I touched a nerve. And from that moment, it was real. Let's be clear, Charleston hasn't been charged or linked officially to any 2005 hit. But the way Boosie told it, there's a trail. He claimed Charleston ran with some Texas street figures back in the day, men tied to violent cases, some still doing time. Boosie said, "Y'all think he turned activist because he found God? Nah, he turned activist to hide from his past." True or not? That cut deep, because Charleston's entire brand is built on redemption. When Boosie dropped the words "murder for hire," that image cracked wide open. Social media went wild. Reddit threads popped up overnight, old mugshots resurfaced, YouTube detectives went digging. Twitter turned into a war zone, half calling Boosie a liar, half saying he wouldn't risk his name on something fake. Charleston tried to hold strong, going live again, shouting, "You can't scare me, Boosie. You can't threaten me with jail, and I've been there." But even fans noticed. The tone was off. The usual fire was gone. He sounded shaken. Boosie saw it and doubled down. "If Charleston want to play with me," he said, "I'll send the whole file to the feds. They missed something last time. I'll help them find it." That line flipped the table. Because when you bring up the feds, the game changes. This wasn't just YouTube beef anymore. It became a power struggle. Boosie, the survivor, the street legend who earned his scars. Charleston, the reformed outlaw turned preacher. Two men, two histories, both haunted by the same ghosts. Insiders say Charleston's been moving differently since, canceling shows, cleaning socials, watching his circle. Some say he's scared, others say smart. But one thing's certain, Boosie's got him cornered. And when a man who built his name on fearlessness starts looking over his shoulder, that means the threat hit home. Meanwhile, Boosie's playing chess, dropping cryptic lines, teasing receipts, keeping fans guessing. "I don't bluff," he said with that calm smile. Truth always wins. But even his own fans are uneasy, because if he really has case files or witness statements, airing them could reopen old wounds. Maybe even drag him back into the mess. That's why this feud feels dangerous. Boosie knows how thin the line is between talk and trouble. And this time, he sounds ready to walk that line. So what's really driving him? Revenge? Ego? Or maybe both? Charleston's been throwing shots at his family, his past, his manhood. This might just be Boosie saying enough. Still, it's a gamble. If Boosie's lying, he loses everything. If he's telling the truth, Charleston's whole world could collapse. The internet's hooked, hashtags, edits, reactions everywhere. But behind the screens, people who know both men are warning. This isn't just entertainment anymore. This is real life. And when murder for hire, evidence, and pride all meet in the same room, somebody's bound to get burned. Boosie once said, "I don't fear men. I fear lies." Maybe that's the heart of it. Fear. Fear of being exposed, forgotten, or proven wrong. Because when two men build empires on never backing down, there's only one way this ends. Somebody folds. So what happens next? If Boosie's got real proof, the internet's about to explode. If not, he's playing a deadly bluff that could cost him his crown. Either way, this feud just became a high-stakes game of truth and destruction. Pride versus power. Street versus speech. And the prize? Legacy. Drop your thoughts below. Is Boosie bluffing? Or about to expose something nobody's ready for? Because one thing's for sure, this story isn't over. The streets are whispering, the internet's watching, and the next move might change everything.